folks. Today we're here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's a little bit of a windy day today. We're over here to check out the progress on the bridge. And then I think we're going to head to the national park and whatever in between. Dawn, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do this. It's a beautiful day here in the Great Smoky Mountains. A little bit on the cooler side, and the bridge is coming along quite nicely. In fact, I don't think there's anything of the old bridge left. They've pretty much redone the whole thing. It looks like they're almost getting ready to finish, so I'd say maybe another 2 weeks or so, probably just in time for when the kids get out of school this summer. Without this bridge here, it does make it difficult, I guess, to easily get into the old Mill District area. The only way you can get here is to enter through Teespring at the moment, but there's nothing like the old mill here. And always a great place to take photos. I've gotten so many great photos over the years here, especially in different lighting. At night you get a nice glow reflecting off the water, and during the day you get the sun reflecting. But it's a little overcast today. All in all, it looks like they're just getting ready to pour some cement. They put up some railings. Won't be too much longer now. And the wheel is turning. That means they're in there grinding up some cornmeal, some flour. As long as you stay in the sun, it's very, very nice. But if you get in the shadows, you get kind of like jacket weather. I see your geese over there are doing the big bird.
Yeah.
Yes, just a perfect day to be alive, you know? Perfect day for these mountains. Oh, bottoms up. And we come down here quite often just to watch these guys, don't we?
Yeah, I like watching them. It's windy. I don't want to lose my hat.
So there was a couple who asked us, how do you get to the other side? So the bridge being out, a lot of folks are confused. Also, I'm not sure if the mics are picking up the wind sound. And if you haven't noticed, we've been wearing mics because a lot of folks want to hear Dawn. And but there's challenges with the mics too. A lot of things we got to work out. That's the reason why we haven't mic'd in the past, because there's just a lot of issues, you know, especially when I go to edit. And but you know, we're gonna try to make it work. There's a pink Jeep tour. So that male there is running off that other male. Yeah, it's definitely mating season here, and things can get pretty wild between these guys. You know, a lot of fighting, you know, all that stuff.
That was like aggressively going at him and attacking, and her, and he's biting her neck, and she's wait, and then she finally got away from him and flew off. But that was aggressive.
Leaving Pigeon Forge, heading towards Gatlinburg and the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So it's not real busy at the moment, but as the week goes on, it's going to get busier and busier. Yeah, and then yet again, we've been working on the mics on our channel. And so, yeah, that's another thing we're working on. Put in the comments below on, do you like the mics? I do know there could be an audio difference. to be honest with you all. I like the mics because you can hear us both, but the sound is just not the best. You know what I mean? I feel it's not the best. There's too many, you know what I mean? It picks up background noise, things like that, you know, but maybe we'll be able to fine-tune that over time. But yeah, we're heading to National, and everything is so green. You notice that? Just so green. We're also going to stop off at the park headquarters because at the end of the month, our parking pass expires. So we got to get a 2026 parking pass. And if you don't know, if you come to the Great Smoky Mountains and you're going to park in the park for more than 15 minutes, you got to have a parking pass. So if you're going up over the mountain, you pull off at a little pull off and take a couple photos, jump back in. And that's all you're going to do. You won't need the parking pass. But if you're going to take a hike or explore a little bit, you know, anything over 15 minutes, you need a parking pass. And it's like $5 for a day. You can get a week pass. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't know what the price on the week pass is. I want to say it's like $15 or something. And then we get the early pass, which I believe is $40. So we'll be doing that. Head up and over. And the dogwoods are out. Beautiful, beautiful dogwoods. And we're here at the Gatlinburg overlook. We always got to stop here. Mount LeConte straight ahead. Gatlinburg down below. Yet again, everything is so green. There's the Space Needle. Very busy too. Usually a very popular stop on your way to the park. What are you thinking, Dawn?
It's looking green.
It is. It is. I always wonder, like, I always look to see if there's any bear. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I always look on the ground, see if I see anything walking around or moving. But and no matter what time of the day you come, the mountains change, you know, as the sun moves down them or moves up them. I guess technically I don't know. Depends how the shadows run. Anyways, let's head in the park. So it is packed. There's not even a parking space to be had, this is normal. And I think what we're gonna do is there's people waiting just for people to get in their cars. We're gonna wait, seeing that we have until the end of the month to get our parking pass. And there's a couple other places that are not as busy as the Welcome Center here that we can buy those parking passes. So I think we're gonna head to Elkmont. I want to check out some of the spring wildflowers and that's a really good place to see it. It was packed back there. You can start seeing the Easter holiday starting to show its head, right?
People are waiting to park in there too.
It's crazy.
It was crazy.
You know, the one thing they do need to do, and a suggestion, and I imagine they already know that, they need to bring more parking into the visitor center because it's like that like all summer long. So it's a place that there's a turkey.
There's a turkey. Another one. It's big.
But the visitor center is important for folks visiting, right? You know, they get their parking passes and everything else. And so, I mean, it's just really clogging that up even more with the parking passes and stuff. But we got until the end of April. So, yeah. It looks like they're putting in more parking for Laurel Falls. And that's always been a problem. So we got some more parking coming. They're redoing the trail. They're going to redo the bridge at Laurel Falls. And just, they're going to be doing just a lot of improvements, I guess. Looks like they're going to have some more, maybe parking in here, too, as well. We were able to find a parking space here at Daisy Town, but there was no parking at Millionaire's Row. And we even had to wait 20 minutes for someone to leave. So the park is definitely busy this week. And we're gonna take Jake's Creek Trail just up a ways, not too far. We're looking for wildflowers. Look at those sexy legs. I do have my new hiking shoes on, my new hiking boots. I'm ready for a little hiking today. Dawn said she opted out of her hiking boots.
No.
I'm just trying to break mine in. That's all I'm trying to do. We're not going to go on any strenuous hiking today. We're in a search of wildflowers, and the wildflowers can be found right in here. So we won't be going in too far. But hopefully we'll find some trillium. We're a little early for the trillium. Now, we had some folks not too long ago. They came up and they said, we looked for wildflowers. We didn't see any. In all reality, they're really small.
Yeah.
You have to look very carefully. I mean, some are pretty big.
Ah,
What?
I got a bug on me in my glasses. Ah,
The bug?
it was a bug. It was looking right at me in my glass lens. I think that's why I had glasses. He wanted to scratch my eye out.
Now, just another warning. The snakes are out this time of year. We do have rattlers. We do have copperheads.
Ugh.
We've ran into both of them in the past. And so you have to be careful when you go around stumps, sunny sides of the mountain, rock, outcrops and stuff like that. So we got to be on lookout for them, usually around logs and stuff. So yeah, we'll stay on the trail somewhat. Even Dawn's filming. And just old remnants of the homesteads, the cabins that were along Jake's Creek here. An old fence. There's a lot of folks exploring today, all the ruins here, and it's just fun to come here and imagine what life was like, early tourism to the Great Smoky Mountains, and try to, imagine what things were, I guess. In other words,
Trying to figure out what that is down there for someone's porch or...
Yeah, there's like a water capturing system. I don't know what it is.
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a well in there, or not a well, but maybe like a pump of some sort. I don't know. I'll show you that here in a second. But the dogwoods are out. There's some dogwoods here and there.
The flowers are starting to bloom.
Yeah, and there are flowers. Quite a bit of them. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly. It looks like water flows in. And maybe they had like some kind of pump or something. It's down there. And there was a home here at one time. In fact, there's the chimney over there. Dawn was saying it looks like maybe a beaver or something, has made a little dam. We'll have to go over there and check it out. And every single time I see these chimneys, I think of, they're like ghosts of the past. And you can see them as you look down. And this whole area would have been lined with cabins. I don't know if you can see this. And I don't know if I don't know if you can see this. And I'm not sure if some critters had made this little dam here. I don't recall seeing this in years past. But yeah, could be natural. I've been sitting here quiet for the last 10 minutes looking to see if we'll see anything, you know what I mean? Like maybe a river otter or, I don't know, a beaver.
I was hoping.
Hoping for a beaver, huh? So at one time, this was somebody's back porch. You can see the remnants of the cabin that once had stood here. It would have been super relaxing, wouldn't it have been?
Yeah.
Super relaxing.
I guess we're on the porch.
Yeah, like the back porch. And it goes right up to the edge of Jake's Creek here. But just, and I like this here because you can get up real close to the river here and really feel, you know what I mean? But it's just, wow. Another amazing spot here in the Great Smoky Mountains. And just walking down the side of Jake's Creek. And that would have been the cabin. Nice fireplace. Long gone. Great place to take photos. I don't think I've ever really showcased this a whole lot in our videos. It's kind of a place that Dawn and I just stopped and enjoyed for ourselves, but today we decided to go ahead and, it's not a secret or nothing, but it's just a nice little place you can put out some lawn chairs. You're not too far from parking, so you can bring in some chairs and just sit here and relax. Maybe have a sandwich, which we have in the past, but never really focused on it on the channel. I was sitting here filming this, and I turned around, I go, oh my goodness, the first trillium I have seen this year. Yeah, just over there. I'm gonna get a closer look.
They're looking good.
Yeah, the
Flowers
trillium.
are beautiful.
Yeah, those are the first ones I've seen this year. And they come in all different colors, and
Those ones are really pretty.
yeah, these ones here are pretty. Well, yeah, another amazing spot that we enjoy here in these mountains. Nothing like that rushing water, that Smoky Mountain rushing water. Okay, let's go ahead and head up there. Well, it's always fun to look at these ruins here, and you never know what you come across. Now, every now and then, you will see some metal, some nails. You know what I mean? There's some plastic pipes, crock pipes. And
You had that stuck to your shoe.
oh, did I?
Well, right here, it was on the back. Like a big old twig.
Yeah, I think these hiking shoes are gonna. I wanted to break them in because we're gonna be doing some more hiking and stuff, and but they're comfortable. I like the Skechers.
Yeah.
Skechers are a lot of cool. It used to be someone's porch or at one time. A little bit of the blacktop up here. Not much left of the road, is there? You know, gives you that ghost town feel.
Yeah.
It's kind of spooky out here at night. Now, we've been out here at night. And it's a spooky. It's spooky. This cabin here will give you an idea of how all the cabins looked here on Jake's Creek. And you have Daisy Town, which is where we parked, and that's a perfect example as well of what it would look like in its prime. Some of the first tourism here in the Smokies. So we did this cabin not too long ago. We went through here, but I'm gonna go ahead and step in real quick and see. Also, I'm gonna test these mics to see how far they go. Yeah, looks the same as. Oh, are you scared to come in?
Yes. Creepy, eerie vibes.
I got you now, roll down.
Scooby-Doo! Ah! So last time we were here, across the way, there was a foundation, a big, deep foundation to an old barn. And we ended up finding out that it was an apple cellar.
Uh-huh.
It was an apple cellar. Dawn's yawning over there.
I can see it from here.
Yeah.
I see the foundation.
So this would have been an apple orchard at one time or something.
That would
yeah.
make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Smoky Mountain Hiker talking about it, but I had forgotten since then. I was like, oh. Now, we do have some big announcements coming up in the future on the channels. Something we've been working at for years now, literally. And we're getting ready to kind of announce that new leg, that new journey on her, I don't know what you call it, the new phase of our channel. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, we got some more cruises and just all kinds of stuff. But
It smells weird out here. It smells like somebody did something.
it smells like fresh air. No, it smells like fresh air. I don't know. Yeah, the butterflies are out. And we are super excited, you know, for the future of the channel, and we got some interesting things coming up. And yeah, we'll share with you before too long. Before not too long. Was it before too long? Yeah, before too long. So sometimes my thoughts get ahead of my mouth, right? And doesn't always make for I don't know. Sometimes things I say don't always come out the way I'm thinking it or something. I don't know. I don't know if other folks out there have the same thing where you're thinking of something and then your mind wanders to something else and you're in the middle of talking. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. But yeah, the wildflowers are out. Not all of them, and more different types will pop through all the way up until summer. Even in fall, you can still see wildflowers and stuff. So, but just a great walk today. Great day to be out. And we spent about 2 hours here, believe it or not.
Yeah.
We searched the ground high and low, and we relaxed down there by the river for a little bit. We didn't show you that on the video. And yet again, we're still getting used to these new mics and stuff like that. But oh wow, there's a whole, I don't know if you guys can see this, but all kinds of beautiful flowers pressing up, pushing up, coming up. I don't know. I guess there's different ways you can see it or say it. See, there you go. There's my mind again. The words don't come out sometimes the way I want them to. So we've been seeing families coming up and down the trail, and you don't normally run into a lot of folks coming this way. So it's good to see that. It's good to see, whole families coming up. And it's a good thing I put on my boots today, because I got into a couple situations and they worked out real good. It's supposed to be waterproof, water resistant or something. That's one thing I hate the most, is getting my feet wet. I know Dawn's the same way. I hate wet feet.
I don't like soakers.
Yeah, soakers, right? Oh, the beautiful dogwoods. And then that's a dogwood over there as well. Right here at the entrance of Daisytown. There are times when we come out here and there's not a soul. Very peaceful. Today wasn't one of those days. There's a lot of folks out. It was a great day for the national park. The wildflowers looked amazing. Yes.
Yeah, they're all popping and blooming, and it was a nice day for a walk.
It was. And it was a short day for us because we have some things that we had to do after. So, but folks, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching this little adventure. Now it's time for you out there to have your own. We love you. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show. So be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?